This one's for you and me, living out our dreams. We're all right where we should be. We're not.
Hi guys, you're welcome back to another video. If this is your first time chancing on my videos, I will encourage you to subscribe, okay? Okay, so my name is Doreen. Did I say that already? I think so. Anyway guys, you're welcome back again. So fun fact, I attempted to film this video, okay? I've already filmed it, as a matter of fact. I was done editing, but then I realized I said a lot of trash and unimportant stuff, and I didn't like how I was talking. So I filmed it a while ago, and it was when I was recovering from my ailment. As some of you already know, I've been sick, and so I was like breathing very heavily in the video, and I didn't want all of that in the video. I looked really sick, and I sounded very sick and tired and all of that, and I didn't want all of that to be in my video. And I'm repeating exactly the same mistakes I did in my video. I spoke too much, and I'm still doing that. So guys, I know this is not the kind of video that you want me to say a lot of, like, I just talk a lot. Oh guys, so I'm going to try and then go straight to the point. So in this video, I will be telling you everything that I did in order to secure an early appointment date for my US visa interview. Okay, so a couple of people have asked me how I was able to do it. Let me just put this disclaimer out there. I don't have any affiliation with the US Embassy. I don't know anybody there, and I can't help you. Unfortunately, I cannot help you. I already have so much on my plate. Secondly, I cannot assure anybody that if they do exactly what they did, it will work for them. In as much as it's worked for some of my friends, there's no surety. So if you do what I am about to say and it works, praise be to God. If it doesn't work, please don't send me an email. I cannot help you. I can't do anything about it. And everything that I did is everything that I'm going to say in this video. So you just like pay attention. I'm saying if you message me, guys, it's the same thing that I'll tell you. Okay, so yeah, your teacher is ready to teach, so pay attention, take your notebooks and pens and follow me. All jokes. So as all of you know, I arrived in Canada in February 2024, and I was able to travel to the US in December 2024, and I applied for my US visa when I got to Canada, and I was able to get it before December. I probably would have even gotten it earlier if I did what I did earlier, but that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you everything that I did, and then we'll take it from there, okay? Like I already said, I arrived in Canada in February 2024, and then when I came, I was in talks with my mom, and I was trying to relocate to the US. I don't know, so like I was like in the process of trying to relocate to the US. So I applied to a couple of schools and all of that, and I realized that the visa appointment dates were far back. I was thinking that I could even go like as soon as possible. You know, people always say that if you come to Canada, it's easier to get a US visa. So I thought I could even get the visa by the next week after I applied. But unfortunately, when I went into the system, the visa interview dates, I think the earliest one that I was seeing was 77 days, and even that one, it was in Liberia, and that one like for student visa, right? So when I realized, and then I think I checked the flight price to Liberia, and it was a lot of cities, so many cities, and I didn't have that money. Like I was not willing to spend that amount of money after I had just landed in Canada, paid all that fee. So I just let that dream go. And then now we were like, okay, then let's see if I could get a visitor's visa. So I also looked into that one, and then the dates that they were giving me was in 2026, 2027. Mind you, we're talking about 2024. The dates were in 2027. 2026, 2027. It was like, it kind of put me off. And then, you know what, I just decided with my mom that I was just going to stay here and then go through the Canadian process. So eventually I went back, and then I was looking at the dates, and I just said to myself that let me just apply, because no matter what I do, the dates will still keep going farther and farther, whichever. So I put in my very first application for a US visa, 1st of April 2024. That was when I did my very first application. Despite the wait times and everything, I just put in the application. After I filled the form and everything, I was still reluctant. Like, you know, after you fill the form, you have to go to a different website and then go and book your appointment date. Like, you know, I was just hoping for a miracle. So I'll go there, go and look at the dates. Then it kept going back. It keeps going back. So last, I paid for my appointment. Like, you have to pay. It's $185, just in case you want to know. So I paid for that. I paid on the 24th of May 2024. I paid. And the date that they gave me was 23rd September 2026. That was the first date that they gave me, and I'm like, you know what, Nibisi series. So I just, like, I'm like, okay, 2026, fine, because there was no other option for me. I remember at that time, I finished paying for it, my Instagram feed changed. Now those visa appointments, like, we can book early visa appointments for you, message us, like those kind of Instagram ads were popping up on my feeds. And I even messaged one of them, and we were talking, and then he was like, it is $100 and something, and then I'm like, oh, I'm an international student, I don't have money, so I'll give him $100. And he was like, okay. That was a little fishy for me. I'm like, hey, are you not supposed to be like a little firm or like drag it with me a little bit? Why did you just agree? Then now he's like, I should give you my login details. That was when I'm like, nah, if I give you my login details, because it has my passport number and everything, I can't create another account with the same details. So if I give you my login details, that's me giving you like 100% power over my application, and that was just a red flag for me. So I just stopped messaging those people. But I actually have a friend who fell a victim to these people. So she gave the people her logins, and then now they've hijacked their account, and they keep asking for more and more money from her before they can give her back her login details. That's how it works. Like, they'll say, bring $100, you pay. Then they'll say that no, they've changed their mind, add another $100. Before you realize you've paid 10 million billion. And we've with that issue, we've been in talks with the embassy trying to see what they can do about it. So that goes to say that all those people that have been saying we can change your date for you, it's a lie. It's a scam. So don't go and fall prey to it. So now let's go back to the main topic. So like I said, the date they gave me was 23rd September 2026. I was there one time, and then one of my friends in Montreal called me somewhere in July. He called me, right? And then he's like, oh, he knows that I've applied for US visa, blah, 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 but he has a friend who applied for the US visa, and then he called the embassy to tell them that they should move the date forward, and then they moved it forward for him to 2024. So I was like, hey, now so did I do for here? So I took the number. Should I put the number out there? If you want them, it's on their website, I'm sure. But if you've tried and you can't find it, text me. I'll give you the number. God. Okay, try first. That's if you can't find it, then you text me. Okay. So I also called the embassy. Right, when he told me that, I called the embassy, and then the embassy moved my date from 23rd September 2026 to 3rd October 2025. That's almost a year forward. Do you get it? So me, I was even content. Like, I'm like, oh, 2025, everybody's here. Oh, thank God, and all of that. Like 1 year forward and all of that. And then about 2 or 3 weeks later, he called me again and said that he too, he had booked after that first thing. After he called me to tell me that this and this is what he did, he also went to apply for a US visa, and he did what I did, and they brought his forward too. So after that, he cancelled his appointment and he rebooked, and his date moved forward. So he told me about that too, and I cancelled my appointment and I rebooked. What should I call it? A trick? But then the special thing we did was wait for 7 p.m. in the evening, and then we cancelled, and then we waited like 2 hours, and then we rebooked. You understand? So was it 2 hours? No, let's say about an hour, and then we rebooked. So after I did that cancellation and rebooking, they moved my date from 3rd October 2025 to 8th July 2025. That's a couple of months forward, right? So that was all we did. First of all, we called the embassy, they moved it forward, and then about 2-3 weeks time we cancelled, and then we rebooked, and then we got a couple of months forward again. After that, so now we can establish that my visa interview date had been moved to 8th July 2025. After that, on the 7th of October, I got an email from the US Embassy. I'll put a screenshot of the email here. And for those who are feeling lazy to read, the details of the email is that there are early appointment dates available. We call it the golden email, like it's an inside joke between me and my friends. So they said that there are early visa appointment dates available and visa interview appointment dates available, and if I was interested I could rebook. So I went back to the AIS portal, and then I saw dates as far front as 15th October. I remember I got this email on October 7th too. I saw dates as close as 15th October, but then I was very busy, like, you know, this my tight schedule and all. So I went to book for 4th November. That was when I knew that I could get time to go and do the interview. So I went to book for 4th November. And also, let me say a little something small about the interview, because I've also seen a couple of people ask me which documents did I submit. First of all, I only went with the DS-160 form. It's a form that is like the actual form that you have to fill when you're starting the whole visa process. I'll put a link in my bio, so if you don't know where it is, the DS-160 form link will be in my bio. And with that one too, as you are filling, make sure to be saving each and every page, or else you keep filling. So when you fill, at the bottom, click save before you continue. So you fill the DS-160 form to put all of your details there, and then after that you go to the AIS US Visa website to go and book your appointment date. So I printed my DS-160 form, and then I took 2 passport pictures, US size passport pictures. Those were the only documents I sent. Oh no, and my Canadian study permit to show that I'm a Canadian, you understand? And then my passport, I mean the obvious ones, but the most important ones were the DS-160 form and then my passport pictures. That was it. No bank account, no proof of nothing. That's everything that I submitted. I don't know why. I don't know. Me, this is my first time doing US visa, but it looks like some people were expecting that I would send a lot more documents, but those were the only things that I sent. Nothing else, I promise. Nothing else. Those were the only things that I sent. So I don't know, maybe if you're in Canada that's it, but if you're in another country they'll probably require more. I don't know. And then about the questions that they asked me during the interview, they only asked me when is my next program starting, which is the one I started in January. That, and then let me also mention I already had my study permit extension by then. So they asked me when my second program was starting, and then I said January of this year. And then they also asked me why I was visiting the States. Yeah, I mean, you should already have an answer for that. You should already know why or who you're going to see. So those were honestly the only questions they asked me. And then she said my visa was approved. And what else? It's very surprising that this is all them for me. Like, I didn't do anything special. This all I did, and I got an early date. So guys, I don't even know what to say again. Like, I'm really thinking hard to say something. Nothing special happened. That's everything I did. But if you have any other questions, you can leave them in the comment section and I'll answer them. I know I've been dealing with my responses to the questions in my comment section, but I'll respond to those. So guys, that's everything I did. Okay, I've given you all the tea. I've said everything. You know me already. I don't gatekeep when it comes to these whole visa stuff. I like it when people try to do those things by themselves. So that is every single thing that I did. However, if you have more questions, you can leave them in the comment section and I will answer your questions. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I was able to share enough information. I hope this will help somebody to get an earlier date to go see the US. And that'll be it for today, guys. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and please subscribe if you haven't. Okay, I'm giving you heavy information like this. Subscribe and make me happy. Subscribe and make me happy. Oh fine, then Babu fine me the cuckoo. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, and that'll be it for today. Bye.